Hello! Again, the lighting is not optimal, but we're gonna roll with it. Hey guys, my name is David Prater. Last week I went to the orthodontist again. We're getting pretty close to the end of an era, but I wanted to talk about my braces while they're still on. You may notice I'm calling this show Braceface now. Why? In my head, it's going to add some consistency to the videos in general. So what I want to do, let me lay this out for you. Tell me what your thoughts are. I'm going to start out talking about braces in general, talking about my braces, talking about whatever. Then I'm going to go over to like a question of the day type thing, and whatever questions you ask I'm going to backlog, and I'm going to answer one question per each video. Maybe that will give me some inspiration, because I'll be like, I have this topic I want to talk about based on this question, I have this topic I want to talk about and cover based on this question, and it will get me actually filming more videos, providing a lot more content before I get my braces off. I know I should have done this a long time ago, but I really didn't want to talk about braces for a long time because I knew that it was fleeting. I know that these are going to come off of my teeth, and I didn't want this to be like the identifier of this channel. But then I realized everybody, like a lot of people, are really into braces, so why should I withhold that just because I don't want to do it? Like, that's not fair to anybody. That's not fair to the channel, it's not fair to you. So, we're going to talk about braces. I'm going to start off talking about my trip to the orthodontist last week. Pretty much like I've talked about in recent videos, I'm going to leave the country in January. I'm going to be studying abroad at the University of Hertfordshire, just north of London, England, in Hatfield. And so these need to come off in December. Like, that's the latest that they should come off my teeth. So we are kind of fast tracking everything. In the last video, you knew that they were trying to close up a gap in the bottom teeth, and I still have to wear rubber bands, the elastics, at night to fix my bite, to make sure that everything is good to go once the braces are off. So let's break that down into two different parts. One, we have the gap in the middle, which is now closed. Let me talk about that for a second. As you can see, it's completely closed up. That's kind of cool, right? I mean, it was literally within seconds. She said from the time that they put the chain on, I asked, what does this chain do differently? And she's like, it's supposed to close at the bottom, and it already did that. It just now did that. So we're good to go. Let me explain to you the different kinds of chains, though. We have closed chains, we have open chains. So in this weird illustration, we have closed and open chains. The top one are closed, the bottom ones are open. Let's compare and contrast. Let's do like a Venn diagram type thing. Both closed and open chains, to compare, are pretty much long strips that go on the brackets and allow the teeth to move closer together. The big difference is that, as you can see here, open chains, as illustrated on the bottom, have holes that are further away from each other, meaning that the force applied to the teeth is not going to be as strong as the top one, as the closed chain. And generally that can go molar to molar, all the way across the teeth. But then with the closed chain, they put that on individual portions of the teeth. For example, on my bottom teeth right now, I have a closed chain from my bottom canine on the left side to the bottom canine on the right side. And that is what pulled together and allowed that center gap to close up very quickly. So chains are cool, but I remember when I first got them, it was very tender. It was like almost as tender as when I first got braces. It was kind of hard to chew food for a little bit. And I was like, wow, it's actually happening again. My teeth are working. It was a lot of fun. You should try it. Also, still have the elastics that I wear each and every night. And that brings us to today's question of the day. Let's talk about rubber bands. How do you put them on? I've talked about it before briefly, just in a video all about rubber bands and elastics, but he still wasn't quite sure. So I only know how to implement and put on an anterior triangle pattern on the teeth. That just brings my open bite closer together. So here I am showing you how you put them on the teeth. Pretty much what happens is I hook it onto the top canine, I hook it back around to, I don't know what tooth that is, then I hook it to the one in front of that also, and I don't know what that is either. And that makes a little triangle, as you can see there. Then I go to the other side and I do the exact same thing. I just repeat the process. And the other question involved with that was, is it hard to talk with the rubber bands in your mouth? This entire description of how I put them on just now has been with them in my mouth. So no, the answer is no. It's not hard to put them on your teeth. It's not hard to speak with them. But that is the benefit of the anterior triangle pattern. A lot of them, especially the ones that have to fix the midline, they'll go from one side to the other. And I can imagine that that would be a lot more difficult. And I guess that's just to reiterate everything that I said in the other video about rubber bands. Are they hard to speak with? No, they are not. How do you put them on? That's how I put them on. And that's really what this show is going to be from now on. I'm going to talk about my braces, I'm going to talk about braces in general as they apply to people's teeth, And then I want to answer questions from you. So in the comment section down below, please ask any question about braces, about my braces, about your braces, about future braces, maybe anything at all. And let me know that it's a question for me to talk about in a future video, not just one that you want answered right now. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Closed chains, open chains, everything like that. Talk about rubber bands again, because a lot of people don't understand them. And the big takeaway is that I want you to leave a comment down in the comment section below and tell me, question of the day, blah 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 question mark. I'll get to it as soon as I am not productive again, which may not be until ever, but hopefully before then. And with all of that, what you just saw, I'm gonna go. So yeah. These are fun. You should invest. Bye.